What's up? It's time for more Oshinoko. This is season 2, episode 8. Oh man, this season has been so good so far, and I cannot wait for more. I feel like, well, last episode we had sort of a Kana slash akane episode where they're going face to face on stage a little bit, but the problem is Kana is such a moldable actress, and she's so averse to taking away from other people's moments that she is like taking a step back out of the spotlight so that Akane can have the spotlight. But Akane doesn't fucking want that. She wants to have a full acting face-off on stage with Kana, and they want to drag it out of her. So both Aqua and Akane now seemingly are going to try to drag that out of her however they do that. And I mean, I wonder how you would do it. Now, again, I just want to make it clear for those who don't remember or don't know. I have read Oshinoko. I've read this arc, but I truly don't remember what happens. Now, if I were doing this, like in real life, if I was like, how am I going to get this girl to give her all in this when she's always like molding to other people's whatever, right? And you know, whenever I try to take the spotlight, she tends to shy away. I guess what I would do is like purposefully be doing a kind of mundane performance until she starts to take the spotlight, and as soon as she starts to take the spotlight, I ramp it up, and then she's gonna shy away. But then as soon as she shies away, I shy away as well, because a big thing is like she is instinctively doing what like would make the best performance, right? Like what would be best for the audience's experience. And if I continue to like match her energy, like push forward and then go back and push forward and go back, I think subconsciously she'd come to realize, oh, what the best thing to do is for me to go all out, because that's the only way I can get her to go all out. And then you'd both be going all out. But that seems really difficult, and it has a chance to not work, and it could also fuck up the play. So I don't know what they're going to do. Let's jump into the episode. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. And go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reactions, as well as early access, exclusive videos, lots of stuff for both this channel and my Gent Watches One Piece channel. So go check that out. But here we go. Episode 2 times 8. That's not the way to say it. Season 2, episode 8 of Oshinoko. Here we go. He's improved. I do like that line because it means emotion and acting are two different things, and that's true. You can be a very emotional actor and still not be as good as, you know, someone who's not as emotional. Oh, I love when they show them, you know, them, the actors themselves. Maybe. So he has to like hold it. So he's not really playing off people's expressions. That's not how he works. That's true, actually. Huh. That's really interesting. You want to step it up? Really? Of course she is. This is Kana we're talking about. Oh, you're a good actor. Who jumps in the way? Oh. Oh, cool. It's a very silent audience. I feel like that line should have got a laugh. This is a cool effect. Okay. Yep, he's incredible. And you can't do that. Not yet, anyway. You're kind of similar to Kana in that way.
Aqua 君の冷たい氷のような演技が際立つ。
Mm-hmm.
頭のいいカウンターですよ。
It does work well.
そんな簡単に対処できる役者じゃないですよ。
I like how they're making this like a battle shonen of acting.
なんだあいつ。それにあの名刀姫川さんがアドリブ入れるって言ってたシーンだけど。
Yep.
台本にない芝居。
Oh shit.
こっちに全振りかい。私がうまくつなげるから合わせて。
What the heck?
遊んでる場合か。
The way he just grabs her.
男に守られなければ戦場に立てないようなら、この場を去れ。
アドリブ。
Wow, that's impressive. That's an impressive line to ad lib.
あんた乙女の魅惑ボデーに何。
女を命を落として守るものなのだろう。
He's ad libbing all of this?
絶対。
台本に交流。
Oh, nice. He transitioned back into the script. Good. Impressive.
俺はお前に危害を加えるつもりはない。
Aww.
立ち位置も私を中心に。
Oh, yes, he has.
私に視線が集まるように立てて。
So you have to put on
やりやすい。
a good performance.
同士は。
どんなアドリブだろうと受けてやる。やりたい演技やれよ。アリマ。
Oh. Oh. All the season 1 moments. Oh, I love this.
おひったき回すの。得意。
Cool. Cut back to an actual character. To Tsurugi.
母はどうやらその昔。
Oh, backstory now.
憧れの芸能人とおしゃべりしたり、 ホームパーティーにお呼ばれしたり。
She was living through
一発の
your
業界人を気取れて
victories.
楽しかった。私も楽しかった。
Oh.
お母さんもニコニコ。一番幸せだった時期。
And then when it started to dry up.
出汁を増やせと現場を困らせて。 私にもちょっと。
So if both...
当たるようになって。
Oh, if both Kana and her mother were difficult on
他の
set.
女の人を売れてる有馬カナが好きだった。
Oh.
この業界で生き延びなければならなかった。
That's so depressing.
使いやすさを求めることを知って。
Some adults are, for sure. And so Kana needed this sort of stuff for her own mother's love.
私は他人に合わせる演技を覚えた。
That's a really
あんた
cool
たちは楽しそうに演技するわね。私は主役じゃなくていい。
But we want you to be. It's gonna be... Yeah, I was about to say, is it gonna be... I thought he was gonna be shining a spotlight.
あんたはいつ
But he's holding like a film light.
縮こまった演技じゃ生えない。
使ってやったら周りの迷惑。
They're having this conversation just with their movements, I think.
それを見たいって言って。
And their expressions.
フォローは俺がする。有馬のやりたい芝居を見てみたい。
This show is so beautiful.
あんたが悪いんだからね。
Oh!
あんたはいつも。
She's so cute.
私を誰だと思ってる。
Oh my gosh, this music. Oh.
演技がクローズアップされがちだったけど、
Mm-hmm.
こういう演技で一世を風靡した。
It was the brightness.
子供のようなスターの演技。枯れてなかったのか。
This is gonna get her more work. It's gotta.
私を見て。
Oh, it's the one she's in love with. It's the actress that she idolized.
お前たちは楽しそうでいい演技を眩しい。俺は持っていない。
そういうかなちゃんが見たかったの。勝ちたかった。
I'm so happy for you, Akane. Oh, that's fucking awesome. And this is when she gets stabbed. We got Aqua's like emotional acting coming up, don't we? Because she has to almost die and then come back to life or whatever, right? The audience is fucking enthralled. Whoa. I guess that's coming out of on the screens behind them, but actually, well, that's in front of her. How are they doing that? Lasers? Here you go, Aqua.
黙って引き下がるのか。もういい。戦う理由がない。
This is a cool story.
それだけか。
I'm getting a little engaged in the actual Tokyo Blade part of it
お
now.
前の中に。
芝居は楽しいだろ
Oh, we're focusing on Aqua's acting. I love it.
対策方法はパニックになるトリガーを理解すること。
Well, I got a good idea of what it might be.
人と一緒だったらいいって状況が余計にパニックを引き起こすから。
Anything to do with my mother being murdered.
俺のトリガー。
う。お前の母親への罪悪か。
Yeah.
それがお前をおかしくす
He's got heavy gut. I mean, his inner monologue was telling him that he can't have fun.
付き合いも長いからな。
He's not allowed to be happy.
お前が芸能界にこだわる理由も大方想像がつくよ。しんどいな。まるで復讐するために演じてるようなものじゃねえか。
You have no idea how true that is.
治療
愛の無念を晴らすことだけ
Oh
が。
God.
お前はも
It's no
う
longer.
演技を楽しむな。
Oh my God. Oh no. Oh my God. Oh. Oh, he's bringing out all his trauma.
お前はその逆をいけ。
Oh, you have to hate it. Yeah. Oh my God.
辛く
Oh, this is fucked up.
愛。愛。
Oh my God.
黒川茜。お前らを下して、俺は
Oh.
評価を手にする。
Oh my God.
他を俺にとって
Oh
復讐だ。
my God. Is he actually gonna bite down like he actually hurts the actor? Damn, man. This is so good. This show is incredible. It's so good. It's so consistently good with some amazing character moments. Oh, whew. Yeah, I loved so much of the stuff that happened in this episode. First, you know what? No, let's start from the very end because I feel like this is something I got to do in videos more often, and I'm trying to do it more often because I often go from like the top of my notes to the bottom, and that just means like I go back to this what happened at the start of the episode. But I feel like talking about what most recently happened makes the most sense because my emotions are highest about that right now. So man, that ending bit of Aqua realizing, well, yeah, talking to the director about like, look, my only reason for doing this is to get revenge for I. That's all I care about. And the director going, okay, well then, in that case, you're not allowed to enjoy it. And that's so unhealthy. But like, he's trying to lead him down the path that will get him to his goal, you know? And it's true that, like, if he enjoys acting, it is probably going to be a less likely road that you're going to be able to find. You're going to be able to follow the path down to revenge properly. But if you're miserable while you're acting, you're going to be fueled by that rage. And being fueled by that rage and hating that you're doing this will make you angrier, which will make your rage stronger, which will make you succeed more in this industry, because you're constantly adding more fuel to the fire and then using that fire to warm you up, and doing that over and over again. And it's a cycle that gets deeper and deeper. But it is so damaging to his health. So damaging. What he's doing right now on stage is I mean, you know, people have heard stories often of actors doing like method acting, or like, you know, going too deep into a role, or doing unhealthy things that could lead to really bad shit, you know. I mean, I like the common example that you hear people talk about is Heath Ledger with the Joker, right? But I have no idea how much credence there is to people claiming that. Like, I think the things could have genuinely been unrelated. But it is like a thing where it's like Joker is such an unhinged role, and Heath Ledger did one of the best performances of Joker of all time. And so people kind of compared those things because he died, you know, right after performing that role. But yeah, like, you know, regardless, I'm not going to spread the rumor that it's true or not, because I don't have all the information. But I will say that if that was the case, that would be an example of what I'm talking about. Actors can sometimes, you know, spiral and allow themselves to spiral. And yeah, sometimes it does put on a good performance, but in my opinion, art isn't worth it. And I say this as an artist and as someone who loves art. And when I say artist, I mean, I don't draw. I don't paint. I don't do any of that. But as someone who I create, you know, I write scripts. I have a degree in creative writing. I've you know, written a lot of stuff. I make a lot of videos. I do a lot of stuff, you know. So I think, and like, I love art. I love consuming, you know, TV shows. I consider TV shows, anime, movies, all of that is like really high art to me. And like, I feel like art is about, you know, human emotion and how it affects us, and like, it can be something that matters so much to us. I mean, to me, you know, without all of this stuff, my life is so much less fulfilling, which is really sad to think about, but I think it really does help me throughout my life, knowing that there's all of this stuff that I'm consuming and that I'm taking in, and I'm getting so many emotions from it, and some like lessons in life and motivation. There's so much stuff that I'm getting out of the art that I consume. So, like, in saying that, in me saying how important I believe art is, I don't think art is worth damaging a person. And so, like, you know, I think people already, like, if Aqua did a bad performance, which he wouldn't have. He would have just done a lackluster performance. But if he did a bad performance on this stage, I still think people would have left this theater going, that was an amazing play. That guy was kind of average, or that guy, you know, was like, wasn't a great actor, but like, that was an amazing play. I truly think that would happen. But it's because, you know, he has his own goals and stuff that he needs to damage himself like this. But that moment in this anime, that, like, it's so good. Like, the voice actor did an amazing job. It's great, like, seeing shows that they have to cast someone who is clearly an amazing actor. Like, and I mean cast someone as the voice of Aqua, who's clearly an amazing actor, but then have his character 99% of the time just be speaking in a normal tone like this, you know. This is how Aqua speaks all the time, and he barely goes up or down his register. He mostly just does this, but then sometimes he gets serious, and it's like he stays on one note essentially the entire time. But you have to get an amazing actor, because there are times that this shit will happen, and that actor really needs to sell that. So it's really funny to me when they have to like take that into account while getting the right actor for this. And I mean, they nailed it, because Aqua's actor is so good at those sorts of moments. Kana is, I love Kana so much. I love her so much, and her story is very sad. The idea that, you know, her mother got her into the industry, and was very proud of her when she was succeeding, but when she wasn't succeeding, she wasn't as proud of her. And it's like Kana could feel the difference. Like it would already be enough for Kana to feel the difference in like her fame in her work life, but then to come home and have it be almost exacerbated through her home life as well, where her mother's actually more strict on her, gives her less love. Her mother might not even realize she's doing it, but like, you know, isn't praising her as much, isn't giving her the support she needs, is disappointed in her, and that all will bubble up and make Kana just go even deeper into whatever she's spiraling down into, because she has to deal with both feeling like a failure in your workplace and feeling like a failure at home at the age of what, 8, 9? Like she's not very old, and she's having to deal with all of that. Like, I mean, an 8, 9-year-old, 6-year-old, however old she is, shouldn't have to deal with the idea of going to work at all. Like, just having a work life is stressful enough for a child. But to have that child also have to stress about her work and home life, it's really, really horrible. So the fact that, like, that Kana is in the position that she's in right now and is as good of a person she is despite all of that is a testament to her quality of character, you know, like that she actually learned from her mistakes and is genuinely trying not to make those mistakes again. And I think that's amazing. I'm really, really impressed by that. I also really liked in this episode the moment early on where I forgot his name, but the main actor talked about how he doesn't wear glasses or contacts on stage, and Kana's like, well, you can't see people's expressions, so you're not going to be able to act based off their expressions. And he goes, well, the audience can't see their expressions. I don't take into account stuff that the audience aren't going to see anyway. And that makes sense. That it really does. Like, I do think if I was an actor, I am an actor. If I was on stage, if I had like eye troubles, which I don't, I've got pretty good eyesight, but if I had troubles with my eyes, I feel like I would need to be wearing contacts on stage, because I feel like I would need to be seeing people's expressions to influence my own acting decisions. But if he feels like he doesn't need that, and actually it might only distract him, you know, then that makes sense. And I think it does make extra sense, because let's say, you know, you're acting across from person B, and person B is doing this really like subtle facial acting, but their body movements and their vocal quality isn't, you know, showing that emotion off. Then, like, if he could see their expressions, he might play off of that energy. But since he can't see their expressions, he plays off the other energy that they give, the energy that the audience can see, which is a more subdued energy that doesn't actually have the emotion that's intended. So he might instead ramp up his own emotion to make up for that, you know, to make that part of him, the other actor B, stand out more. So it has genuine merit, I think. Like, if he will see the show from the audience's perspective and be able to adjust his own performance accordingly. So it does make sense. I really like that. But yeah, man, they had that stuff in this episode about like ad-libbing, and they ad-libbed. Aqua would, you know, say a line and ad-lib, and it was real great. But like, what the fuck, man? Those are some hard lines to ad-lib and then transition back into the script. I would be so careful doing that on stage, because it sounds really cool, and it's really cool, the idea of like adding that shit to your performance and changing it up based on what the night needs. But god, you really run the risk of confusing everyone. And not only the actors on stage, there are sound and lighting guys. Like, there are other people who aren't actors who might not know what the fuck you're doing. If your sound cue is on a certain line and then they start ad-libbing and then you're like, wait, what are these lines? And then you're looking at your script and you're distracted and you're figuring that out, and then you hear the line and you're like, shit, and then you have to like quickly find the sound cue again. You could really screw up the play there, I feel like. So it's very risky, but oh well, I'm not the actor on stage. They can do what they want. That's Oshinoko. Thank you for joining me for this episode. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length, early access, and exclusive videos for both this channel and my Gent Watchers One Piece channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.